My name is Colette, Parisa, and I missed the hell out of all of you all. So last night I was talking to Jim, my roommate, Jim Gunniker, about what to perform, and I'm like, you know. So first things first, hi, welcome to the backyard. I spend a lot of my time in QuarAntiFest here, and quarantine here, on the couch or here, or on the couch or here. And since you can't be with me today, and this is like usually the time I get up and have some breakfast, I decided to do as good Southern gal should. I brought you some breakfast food. So enjoy. I'll have one in a minute. And because we cannot be together, I brought you all a cup to drink with them. Hope you all being safe. And here's my set. It's a word that I've been studying for the last couple months called Ishigo, Ishii, and it means this moment in time will never ever happen again. Even if you try to tomorrow at the exact same moment, the exact same spots marking the floor, the exact same everything, you can never have today, that right now, ever again. So thank you, Dylan, for putting all this together and creating a moment. You've seen this cup before, so this is my favorite cup. It's Sunday, it's my day off, so I want to enjoy a cup for myself. Actually, it's not coffee, it's actually the best sweet tea in the world, called Milo Sweet Tea. Good stuff. As some of you know, I was born in Louisiana. I'm the only rebel, per se, in my family. And some of you know I love collecting little bells. And this little bell is actually from Louisiana. This is how the story starts. It was a cloudy night when I came home from work. I was walking the same streets that I normally walk, and the lamplighters just lit all the lamps. I had my umbrella. Everything felt really, really good. I felt safe. I knew these streets. There's a couple of cemeteries on the way home, and they don't make cemeteries like they used to, my dad said. These big mausoleums, and there's one over there. If you look that way, you can actually see one. And on it, somebody carved the word story. And that one over there says Morrison. And I don't know if it's related to Jim Morrison, but it's really pretty looking. And some of them have awesome cantinas. And I spent a long time in the cemeteries because they're quiet and you really can't hear the ghosts complain too much. A couple times a year you can, though. But hang out with them, and then you might find why they're complaining. Maybe they're complaining because life's changed and it's not as simple as it used to be, and we're wrapped up in too much technology. And but as I was walking, the storm gets stronger. More rain happens. Now my mom, good moms are, told me the story of the Ragaru, which is actually the werewolf head creature. Maybe it's different because it's Louisiana, and Louisiana everything's messed up there. So just one night I was walking home and everything got real quiet and real still. It's a real strange thing when you're walking through the wood area in Louisiana. No frogs are talking, no alligators are talking, no crickets are talking. The only thing you can hear is the air conditioner in the backyard of the mobile home park. That thing never stops unless there's a blackout. But as I was walking, something got my attention. There's these beautiful eyes looking at me, and I was captivated. And when you see eyes that are glowing back at you, and the eyes basically stand about 7 feet tall, and they're looking at you, you know if you run, you're dead. I mean, if the eyes are 7 foot tall, what the creature has sticks? No. So the eyes is big, and I looked at it, and it looked at me, and the eyes blinked, and it was gone. So I thought it was pretty safe. I really did. I kept walking along and singing the song in my head. Up ahead, I could see the porch light at my mom and dad's house. And occasionally a jet fighter would fly over because my dad, my mom, and me, we lived there because my dad was part of the Air Force, and we lived near Barksdale Air Force Base. So I ran home, and just before I got home, I hear this howling behind me. And if you want to howl yourself, you can. It feels good. Let all that energy out. But I heard this howling, this growling, and I stopped. And then I realized it was only the next neighbor's dog. It wasn't 7 feet tall. So I said, okay, I'm really safe. So I went in, and my mom's like, hi, you're home. Did you take out the garbage? And I never liked taking the garbage out that late at night because I had to go to the back of the yard. And when I went to the back of the yard, the power went out, and I could hear. I realized that wasn't the dog. And a few days later, I woke up on my bed with a scratch. Some say that the goddesses are all connected, and that might be true. And one of the original stories I read, beautiful. One I'm going to call Benton because she has 17 letters in her name, and she lives in rivers. She rode dragons, which is like pretty cool. And she rode dragons. Her main job was to bring inspiration and help people sing songs, and that's why people talked to her, because they were going through dark. They needed those songs. And she had 8 arms, and one of her arms she had a sword, and the other arm she had a guitar, a flute, and a drum. And 2 of her hands was for prayer, and one of them was just to get still. And wrestling the gods and goddesses are real or not, that's up to you to figure out. But I think they're just beautiful stories. And I think there's something more to it. Every religion has them. There's this beautiful one named Benton. There's a story that said dragons, and she tamed them. That way, life would be more peaceful for us all. And sometimes life can just get really, and you get to have moments of itchy go itchy. And we forget this beautiful sweets that we can eat. Since you left the table for a minute, I'm going to steal this for your drink. The most coolest part is when you go outside and you see the stars. Oh, right now it's kind of blue out. But they're up there. Somebody's up there. She's riding dragons. As some of you may know, I love drawing these. This is actually known as the Coco Piece. It's these little awesome dolls. And they're kind of like us. Because each doll has a story of its own, a master took time to create it. There's smiles, there's laughter, there's different versions. And I love creating them. They're meditative. But this one reminds me of you all because there's a lot going on inside of us these days. I'll pop off our head, keep it smiling. And then we find another part of our life that's inside of us. Maybe a darker time or a brighter time. And times change and things go by. And we change and we grow and we find new people and we find old people. And we all can change stories. We're always sharing them. That's one thing I love about our community. That everybody has their own ability to share something and they can bring it to the table, have their own moment of ichigo ichi. And at least with technology, you can actually capture that, I guess, right? And then, all right, and then we get smaller and more intimate and more vulnerable, more pure. And it goes all the way back to this little teeny hope. And this one is just small. It's really cute. It's like the size of my thumb. And an atom is smaller than that. And an atom gives you amazing power. We all have that inside of us. So when you see my little dolls, they're not just little cute little dolls. They're cute to remind us that life is powerful and to smile a lot. And this is my last one. Let's change costume. Out of here. And this is actually done, the story is going to be done in the style called Kamisari. And I'm learning it. It's going to take me years to actually learn it. And I'm trying to, it's a beautiful form. It's started in Japan. It's really minimalist and really pretty. And also I love fluff. So I'm kind of trying to put it together and call it Flush's Kamisari. Oh yeah! Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, you will. Oh my God, you use him. Thank you very much. Enjoy your rest of the day.